Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar, the third and mightiest Mughal emperor, was a force that tore through the rigid walls of medieval India with fire in his eyes and destiny clenched in his fists. Crowned at just 13, Akbar was thrust into the chaos of power, and from those brutal early battles, he emerged not just as a warrior, but as a visionary ruler with the soul of a conqueror and the mind of a philosopher. His anger was legendary, sharp, sudden, and terrifying, but it was never aimless. Soldiers feared it, courtiers tiptoed around it, and enemies paid for it with blood. He was not a man to be crossed, yet somehow he was the one to bring a divided subcontinent closer together. Midst the whirlwind of politics and conquests came the unexpected storm, Jodha Bai. A Rajput princess of unmatched grace and steel resolve, her marriage to Akbar was not merely a political alliance, it was a collision of fire and dignity. Their union began with defiance on both sides, but in time, it became one of the most compelling tales of mutual respect and unexpected love. Jodha, unbending in her Hindu faith, challenged Akbar's volatile temper and sharpened his wisdom. She didn't just survive the emperor's wrath, she calmed it. In a court of fear and grandeur, Jodha stood as the only one who could stare into the eyes of the man who commanded armies and gods alike and make him pause. Akbar's legacy was carved in stone and empire, but it was in the quiet strength of Jodha that the emperor found something he never sought: peace. Akbar's death in 1605 marked the end of an era carved by ambition, war, and radical vision. The once unshakable emperor, whose voice had once roared across battlefields and courtrooms alike, was silenced by illness, a mundane end for a man who had lived like a storm. As his body weakened, his fiery spirit refused to dim, and even in his final days, he clung to the reins of his empire with a grip forged from sheer will. The halls of Fatehpur Sikri and Agra, once alive with the thunder of his commands, fell eerily quiet as the news spread. The mighty Akbar was no more. The empire wept, not just for a ruler, but for a force of nature, a man who could bend the world to his will, yet still be undone by the slow march of death. His legacy, however, would remain eternal, echoing in every stone he laid and every soul he dared to understand. For more information on Mughal emperors, check out our channel.